Libra, how you doing? So we're here to do your dark side reading, the energy of the dark and light. Something about dark and lighting something up. It feels like something's being lit. They say also that someone could well be getting lit, so I don't know where that's coming from. So someone could be sort of like drinking or something like that to do about being lit, okay, or lit up. It's like we're lighting things up, There seems to be like a lot of lighting that someone's looking into, like lighting, like production work of lighting. So there's lights here, there's lights there. It's like action, show, go, let's go. It's action. It's a bit like a performance or something of like lights. Like, so you could be like looking into like lighting for some reason. Now they could be physical, like lights for a room, or they could be, because I think like you're trying to make room, okay, and you're looking for lights in order to make things more airy and bright, because they're definitely saying like I need some light. Some of you could well be, it feels like that you might need some light because you might need to go out in order to get some light, but obviously there's a lot going on in the universe. So I'm going to stop with those at the moment because they're definitely saying lighting, someone needs some lighting. Okay, so we're going to go over your channel messages. Please give me a moment because they do end up working out of what they are. I do have some channel messages for you, and then we go over your dark side reading. Okay, so what we do is through the tarot card reading, we look through yin and yang pretty much. We look into your life and their life, okay, and then you pick a side of which is normally you. But the first card that came out when I started to shuffle and then stopped, didn't look, started to write some stuff I was channeling, was definitely your card. Okay, so it feels like a lot of corporation. There's a lot of corporate courting, trying to court someone or catch someone. It feels like catch me if you can, and that came out through different readings, through the month readings. But catch me if you can, catch me if you can, catch me if you can. It feels like someone's trying to catch someone out. It's like I'm just waiting for you to slip up, and I'm just waiting for you to make a mistake before I catch you doing something. Because it feels like someone is like really watching over someone. I feel like a big Virgo energy again around you. That one should have just come out. But a lot to do with like catch me if you can and let me find you. It's like, oh, I just need to find you. I just need to find you to do something. It feels like, right, I need to find you to do something for me. Okay, but I don't know if I want you to do it for me or not because I'm trying to catch you out at the same time. It feels like that you've got so much energy around you of like catch me if you can, that I think there's a lot to do with avoiding, and that what that's coming through is to do with obviously the coronavirus and not wanting to catch anything. But I can't do anything and I can't go out and I might need some light. But I just feel like I'm definitely picking up that. But I want to go out and buy some lights. Something to do like, well, I want to actually go out and buy some lights, but I can't, and I actually need some light. Okay, now if that's coming through from the different reading, that there was someone up in the loft, okay, and they were actually scanning across with this actual UV light, okay, and they needed some light, so it might be you that actually needs to go and get some lights because your crop's dying or something, or pops. Oh, okay, sorry. I do channel some spirit messages, and I have been doing that for deceased loved ones. Something about pops, like my pops. Something to do with somebody calls somebody pops. Okay, hopefully it's not like a grandpa, because I'm picking up like a grandma or a grandpa, and I'm worried about my grandma and I'm worried about my grandpa. But I'm also hearing papa, like someone calls someone papa or papa, like poppy also. But oh, okay, someone's also growing poppies. Okay, so whatever poppies they are, I don't know, but someone is medicating in some way. There's some kind of like self-medication, like I need medication. So we'll go on to the channel messages that I picked you up. I picked up pharmaceutical, okay? Now the reason I picked that up is because I picked up the Umbrella Corporation. Now I looked that up, and that was obviously to do with the Evil Dead, right? If anybody's ever watched that. Now the Umbrella Corporation looked into pharmaceuticals for biological, well, I'm not looking into that one, but biological stuff, like using, because it says biological weapons, okay, but really using it for like pharmaceuticals, because it does state about pharmaceuticals. The Umbrella presented at having more public face, like public, completely in order presenting and have more public face. Cosmetics, consumer products, and foods and products of foods, of testing, analysing. Some of you are like analysts and you actually test foods for bio to actually deal with what's going on. Some of you are actually in that as a job, and you do this was like a biological kind of like weapon in order to fight a lot to do with this coronavirus that's going on, and you're looking into pharmaceuticals in order to do that. Okay, I'm also picking up on Sue, and I'm picking up the name Sue and also Sue Lin, okay, Sue Lin or suing. suing, because I feel like there's this company, okay, also out there that's being looked at, and okay, because it's a corporation. There seems to be this corporation, and it's like I need to put myself out there. I need to put myself out there towards this corporation. But there might be someone that's being sued, okay, because that's come up for a few different readings of like suing somebody, okay. Now Libra is obviously justice, so you might see this in your energy or in others. But it feels like someone owns this business because someone is also trying to get into a business. It's like, I need to get into this business and I need to get into this business. And it's kind of like such a yearning and fighting to get into a business, but trying to, because I feel like there's too much force, honestly. I feel like there's too much, because there's too much time that someone's spending on it through this first card being here, okay? Which means like I'm doing it because it can be like I'm doing it in secret or I'm doing it as like disclosure. Like it's a bit like show and tell is that energy. And it's like, well, I need to show myself, but I also need to tell myself. It's kind of like I need to tell myself, I need to remind myself, and someone's like really reminding themselves over something. So I need to remind myself and remind myself and Mimer, also rhyme. It's like I'm rhyming and I'm rhyming and rhyming. Some of you are physically like writing lyrics and stuff. Maybe do a lot to do with music and stuff that I do. Hopefully you like Lucid Dream Tarot music, by the way, or some of the intros and outros and stuff that I put together. Okay, but you can find that in the link below. But it's like rhyming. I need to rhyme or rhyme. It's like writing. It might be in that pick up a pen that I've been picking up for ages. And it's kind of like, it was also related to me. Picking up a pen and channeling all of this stuff that I've been doing. But again, pick up a pen. I need to pick up a pen. So some of you are like, you're really practicing writing stuff down for some reason, okay? But I think that there's someone that's like taking notes. It's like, well, I'm taking notes, but I'm taking notes of exactly what you do and exactly what you say. But I don't feel like it is a bad energy for some reason. It's kind of like, well, we're taking notes. So it's like this is a doctor's appointment, or a doctor, someone that is a doctor, and they physically write pharmaceutical notes. It's like, well, I'm writing you a note. Some of you are looking to get time off work, and you're looking into like getting a note, because I'm picking up sick note. Now, what was that to do with? Sick note, which was in, sick note was in Scotland, which was Ewan McGregor, right? His name was Sick Note, wasn't it? I'm sure it was. Sick Note. You right there, Sick Note? I'm sure his name was Sick Note. Or Siegfried, like Siegfried and Roy, or Siegfried or Sick. They're saying sick note. So they're definitely saying like, I need a sick note. It's like, can I have a sick note? And it's kind of like someone that's a doctor. They deal in like medicines and herbs and that kind of thing, right? And it's kind of because someone could well be into like what I take, which is CBD oil, right? They sell it here all over the place in the shops and stuff like that. But again, it's like, can I have a sick note? And it's kind of like, yeah, I can prescribe that. And it's like, well, I'm prescribing this and I'm prescribing that. And I'm looking into prescriptions as well, like subscription. I hope it's not a subscription, but it's a prescription. Oh no, subscription. Hopefully I might want to subscribe. But I'm looking for subscriptions, and I'm looking for a subscriber or something like that, a scribe. I'm looking for a scribe also. Hello. A scribe. So I'm looking to subscribe. That's what they're saying. I'm looking for people to subscribe. Okay, collaborate. They're saying collaboration. Like I need some kind of collaboration, because I feel like this showtime, right? A bit like lights, camera, action, showtime. Okay, like, let's go. It's like it's got to go out. Like we need to, because some of you, right, there's a major corporation around you, okay, and it could be who you work for or work with, but generally Libra energy would always represent the Justice Department, and would always represent the higher power of someone that you would work for, whether you're Libra or not. Okay, so you could even be a Libra that's working for Libra, because I picked up in another reading for somebody that was involving Libras, and it was 3 Libras. Okay, now that was who was that? It wasn't Sewin. I like Sewin. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of Sewin, but look up that band Sewin. But it was to do with the guy that was in Tool, okay, and he also done what's the guy? Someone please leave a comment. He was actually in Tool, and he made a few bands, but he made another band that was really good as well. I really can't think, but yeah, something to do with that, okay. And I've completely lost the channel trying to explain to you what that band is for. But it feels like we need to 3 Libras. That was it. And in that reading, it was 3 Libras, and they actually done a song that I really love, and it's called 3 Libras. The 3 Libras. Okay, so there are more than likely 3 Libras, and 3 most important things to you that could be family or children, and they could all have Libra in their chart. But there seems to be a lot of Libras around. liberation. I'm also picking up liberation. Liberation Week, or Libby, Ab Libby, or Livy. I've heard that name for a few readings. Libby, but ad lib, like ad lib, or something to do with like the ad libbing. I can't think. It might be a name that I can't translate, but there's some kind of like translating. Like I need, because I mean you could even be like a translator that translates one language to another language, because I'm picking up like there's languages, and like I'm a translator and I translate one language to another language. Okay, so let's have a look. So I picked up Cinderella story for a start. That was the first thing, but some kind of like Cinderella story. It's a bit like Cinderella. There's three people anyway, right? Because I pick up that this is something to do with the police department, right? The police department. And it's like, I need to go to this department in order to see the police for something. So I don't quite know where that's coming from. But, because it feels like some of you work for like a big corporation, and it involves like councils, or it involves like having to go through child services, because I'm picking up like child protection services and all that kind of thing, and the social services, which would be Britain. Which is social services. Social services are an act that actually act upon things for children in need, like children, if people have certain issues with children that they can't keep under control, unfortunately the social services get intervened, and then they start to kind of like help families, right? So, but it's not always seen as help through the social services. It can be and it can't be. It's a little bit kind of like justice but injustice kind of thing, right? So it feels like there's some kind of like justice seeker out there, that someone's trying to seek justice, but it's like an injustice. Someone sees it as justice and someone sees it as an injustice. And I think that's why you're in a certain battle with someone, because someone sees it as, well, that's just justice, you know, that's just what you get. And then someone's saying, no, that's an injustice. And that's why I think there's like Libra, where some people are thinking, well, that's justice. And it's like, no, that's not justice, that's injustice. Or Justin, I'm picking up a Justin or Justine. Justine. There's two. There's a man called Justin and there's a woman called Justine. Okay, but it feels like pristine. Like I need to make something pristine, and I need to make it mine, and I need to, because it feels like this glass slipper, right? And I need to. It's kind of like I'm waiting for my knight, and I'm waiting for my knight in shining armour. I'm waiting for that one night in heaven, one night in heaven. That's come up twice. And one of them, I was actually channeling my girlfriend's granddad, which was in the loft, and it was Lighthouse Family, right? But there's some bizarre messages that have been happening with me just lately. But it feels like this glass slipper, and someone's trying to make something pristine. It's like it's mine, and it's my baby, and it's my... Because it could be a physical child, but it feels like this is my baby, this is mine, and this is mine, and this is mine, and it's mine. And I just heard it's mine, and I can do this until the end of time. Okay, so it feels like that whatever you're doing, that you're going to do it until the end of time. It's just like, well, just keep doing this until the end of time. Because I don't know why they're saying that one. It's like time, something to do with like physical manifestation of time. Well, my illusion of time is the fact that time is, there's plenty of it, because it doesn't end, you know. You just have cycles of day and night, basically. But like day and night, it's like I'm working day and night and day and night and day and night to try and make this thing my own in time. Okay, but the thing about time is that there's so much of it, but only within an expectancy of a certain amount. So it feels like I only have a certain amount of time to actually hit certain deadlines. Okay, so some of this is a corporation that protects children. Okay, and because they protect children, it's a lot to do with maybe what you do for a job. And if you don't do that, and you're not the boss, then you more than likely work for someone that does do that. Okay, but there's definitely an involvement of corporations that are involving pharmaceuticals or healing properties, maybe something to do with like children and protection services around children, guarding them, protecting them, because I'm picking up like under the umbrella, like everybody's under this umbrella, and it's a corporation that everybody's under it, and it's a bit like seeking for insurances. It's like, well, we're insured, so it's okay because we're under the umbrella of, say, the government or something like that. And the government is obviously the big umbrella of everybody. And because we work for the government, we also have people under us. Because I see like this umbrella, and it's kind of like that. It's like a stripe of Libras. I don't know why. But because I'm picking up like strikes. Go, oh, okay, I picked it up on another one. Going on strike. It's like, well, we're going to have to go on strike. Like, you know, if we can't do it, we're going to have to go on strike. Because I'm definitely seeing like people going on strike. Now, obviously, Libra is going to represent like a company of a shop and things like that, and like Tesco's and all that kind of thing. And it's like, well, do we go on strike or do we not go on strike? It's like, because we need to get our product out, but are we going on strike or not? You know, and some of you really don't know on the other end of working for a Libra, maybe, of whether you're actually going to work or not, whether everybody's going to go on strike. Because they keep saying like that. There used to be a TV show called Strike It Lucky, right? And it was top, middle, or bottom. Okay, and it was, well, we've got the top, we've got the middle and the bottom. It's like press a button and see what you would get. Okay, so it's a bit like top, middle, or bottom. It's like, well, take your pick. You know, what do you want? Because someone's like looking for a bunk bed, and it's like, okay, it's the top, middle, or bottom. Which one do you want? Okay, so I don't know why I'm picking that one up, because I think that some people have got a lot of things going on in their life. It's like, well, what do you want? Do you want the top bunk, the middle bunk, or the bottom bunk? It's kind of like the three little bears. That's the story time that's coming from the Cinderella thing. If there's like top, middle, or bottom, top bunk, middle bunk, or like, can I bunk? Oh, kabunk. I don't know why I'm picking that one up. Kaplunk. Also like games. Something to do with like games. Okay, but also looking into gains. Like, well, how can we gain this by this umbrella corporation and this company that we've got? Because we're insured by the government. So we have insurance. So we're looking for that. This could be to do with like a housing insurance, and that everything's insured as well. But it's like we're under this umbrella. So we have insurance. But what do we do with the people that are under this umbrella with us? Because it's kind of like we are family kind of thing. We are family, right? But we work for a family company. So some of you, like, you have a family company, and everyone's working for like this known kind of like family company, right? And because I think a lot of these people that are bosses are like family members. They're family, right? But either way, I think that out there, because everybody's under this umbrella, it's like, well, do we have the money to pay these people out from our insurance? So we need to wait to see what the government's going to say. And if the government agree, we can have this insurance. Then if we get this insurance, then we can afford to insure our clients by ensuring them that we're insured. Because there's definitely this like insurance. I mean, literally, I've just picked this up from Cinderella, right? But so it might not be, you know, you don't have to believe in these messages, but if they're really hitting home with you, then it's definitely to do with that, right? Because I feel like that in order to ensure our customers of everything that that we can provide them with, that we need to make sure that we're insured first. So there's definitely like looking into insurances and things like that, so you can pay people. Because it feels like, well, we have to pay people, and if we have to pay people, we have to look for our insurance first to make sure that we're covered. Because it feels like that we have to, like, sorry, but my nose is really itching, and when that does, that normally means, you know. But in order for that to happen, we really have to make sure that we're insured first. So some of this is like from your home and your house, and that you have to make sure that it's all insured. So you're going through these documents, and you're going over like your TV and everything else, and making sure that it's all insured for some reason, right? But I'm picking it up more from this corporation, that it's more to do with that we need to look for our insurance first to make sure that we're not really taking any risks. Because there seems to be, do we take a risk or don't we take a risk? Because in order for us to take a risk, we have to spend some money, but will the money come back if we invest in or do something with this money? Will it actually happen, and will we, be able to literally do this? So in order to cover yourself, I think that you're covering, they're saying covering something up. That we're going to have to cover, okay, so that is covering something up. What's the next card? Sorry, but this is what I shuffled. Okay, Six of Cups, something to do with our family. Okay, but in reverse, that one. Okay, so, cause I'm sorry, but I just heard that we have to cover something up. For a start, we have to ensure our family first. We have to cover our family first. Some of you are really looking into like covering all the people that work for you, like the family members all work for you. And it's like, well, we've got to make sure that the family's safe first, and that we have to cover everybody at home first that works for us. So we have to make sure of the most important people, that could be children or the closest top members of whoever works for whoever. And it's like those people, because in another reading I picked up that people are up for the firing line. Okay, and it feels like that now that energy is coming through, that you are like the hirers or firers. I mean, there's not everybody Libra out there is going to be a hirer or a firer. It's going to be different Libras, right? That's why there's like 3 Libras. So some are like hiring and some are like firing. Some are in the hiring range, firing range. Some are in the firing range. Some are summoning the firing range. It feels like that someone's at this fairground, right? Fairground attraction, and they've got all these ducks up, and it's like, I've got you in my sights and I'm just about to like strike. And someone is like analysing things, and they're going through it, 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 and they're watching these ducks all line up in a row, and they've got their eye on all of these people. So I don't know where this is coming from. Okay, so I've got my eye on all of these people, and because I feel like someone's proper in someone's business somehow, right? Because it's definitely representing businesses and inside them, right? Because it feels like an inside business, like the Umbrella Corporation. It wouldn't be that, but again, they were in everybody's business, right? They wanted to put everything their way. So it feels like that I'm just got all my ducks in a row, and I've got everything all prepared, and it's all there in a statement, and all of my ducks are now in a row. But because I'm picking it up like a fairground thing, and it's kind of like I'm just like lining it up, which is the biggest duck and which is the biggest fish. Could be a Piscean maybe, right? But which is the biggest fish? It's kind of like go fishing. It's like we need to find the biggest fish, the biggest person that we can catch. Because it feels like definitely catching out, and I need to find the biggest fish. Because I'm picking up like games. I don't know why my spirits get me to do that. Well, pretty much I do. But again, like I need to like fish for a fish. Like I need to go fishing. Some of this is like that you could even fish, work on a fish market maybe, or it's like a go fish, which is a lot to do with cards, right? A card reader or card reading, or something like that. Or cars. They're saying something to do with cars as well. Cars. So it could be a travelling agency or something. But I'm also picking up like fish in a row, like ducks in a row, but like fishing for one, because I'm seeing like a fairground, and you know when you hang those things down and there's like a hook and you just have to like pick it up and then lift it out, and it's kind of like, well, we're just waiting for the biggest fish that's going to take this bait. Because it feels like Bates Motel, and I came up with that in another reading. Please keep up on your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. They are going to really relate to these two, because these are ones to channel. But it feels like I'm just casting a line for bait, and I'm just waiting for them to hook it, like hook, line and sinker, and take it. Okay, so then when they do, it's like, right now, snag it, you know, nag it. They're saying nag it as well, like I'm going to nag you, or nan, or it's coming from a nan, or something. But it definitely feels like that. It feels like, because go fishing as well is a POF site, which is plenty of fish. Like, well, there's plenty of fish in the sea. There are plenty of fish out there. It's definitely something to do with like fishermen or fishing, like Fishing for a Dream, which was my best band, which was actually Touring Breaks. But they're a British band, but they were the best acoustic guitar, mellowest band that used to make me cry every single time when I went to see them live. Man, that band is good. Touring Breaks, Fishing for a Dream, the Red Carpet Mile. Someone is like really wanting to go down the red carpet, and seeing all of this like, well, we're going to head for the red carpet, and because I'm definitely seeing like this red carpet, like red rum, Virgo. Why do I relate that to a Virgo? You'll have to watch readings back from 2017, 2018. But red rum, The Shining, right? The Shining. So I was trying to explain that in the last video of Virgo, but I think people get a bit fed up. You can't fall. Like when you fall from grace, you fall with a piece of grace in you. Okay, and that came through in a Virgo reading. Okay, that got very compromised in a way. You fall from grace with a piece of grace, because if you listen to Pink Floyd of how I relate that, one of these days I'm going to cut you into a billion different pieces. And in that video he goes past loads of different sevens. 7, 7, 7, between 1 and 7, right? So between that, when you fall from grace, you actually fall with a piece of everybody in you, because God was in you just as well as Lucifer and everybody else, right? When you can connect with grace, you connect with yourself, and then you realise that you can't live without grace, without faith. And if you can't live without faith, and you don't have faith, then you don't have any grace. You know, you have to be graceful. There's something to do with like having grace, or saying grace. And there's some kind of like religion, but some kind of purpose, right? Now, when you have grace, you obviously have enough faith within oneself to find yourself. That's why you've got a lot to do with Virgo energy, right? And when you can connect with yourself, you can connect with everybody. And that's how I connect with everybody on a level. You know, you only relate with people on your level when you interact with people in life, because you can't be pulled down in society by a level that someone tries to play a tactic of something that they do, right? So it's a bit like Simon Says. I'm also picking up the name Simon, or Said, okay, or side, like I need to take a side. It's like, well, whose side are you taking? It's like, well, will you take my side or your side? Because there's some kind of like side iron or side effect, or so. Oh, okay, through the Virgo reading I picked up cyanide. Sorry, I picked up cyanide, okay? So you'll have to watch the beginning. That Virgo reading, I blurted out loads of stuff and I was very difficult to concentrate at the time. But the first card that came out after the channeled messages, that was actually a deceased loved one as well that was searching for somebody, okay? But again, I'm picking up like someone needs to take a side, but put something aside. It's like, well, I need to put some aside, I need to put some aside, and they're saying summer side. Summer, summer, summertime, summertime. You watching, Will? Will. A will. Okay, a will. We need to put some of this will away. Some of this will. Some of you could have well just got like a well, a wishing. Got up in a wishing well, my hopes inside it. Take your love and promises and make them last. We make them last. Yeah, man, we've got to make them last. Something's about got to make it last. So we've got to make it last. Because it seems like time is running out. You can't push this underground. Someone says in Muse, man, one of my favourite bands as well. But again, you can't push this aside. We've got to put some aside because time is running out. It's like time is running out. Time is running out. You're under a deadline. What are you going to do? It's like on your marks, get set, go. What are you going to do? It's like, oh, I don't know. But it's kind of like you do. It's kind of like you do if you do. It's like, oh, okay, it's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You could well be dealing with maybe a Capricorn, right? It's like, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. Damn, 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 damn. I'm picking up Bam Bam as well. Bam Bam, Bam Bam, Bam Bam, Bam Bam, Bam. Band. I'm picking up a band on the run. Band on the run. Band on the run. There seems to be this band that's on the run or something, or running, like running and running and running. Because I'm just picking up this band running. There's band running. There's band and it's running and it's running and it's running. Someone's recording something, right? It's like a bit like a, what do they call it? Like a device that has like, right, okay, yeah, and I'm recording, okay, recording, right, just record that. But it feels like something's being recorded, right? And someone's taking down notes because it's being recorded. So it's being recorded, and it's being recorded, and it's being recorded. Oh dear, here we go. It's being recorded, and it's being recorded, and it's being recorded, and recorded. And someone's like right into someone's business. You know, I'm going to say that one. There is. They're recording everything that everybody does out there. Now, I don't know who this is, Libra. Okay, but they're taking records of, because it's come up in past readings that they're taking records of people and stuff of what they're doing. Okay, And that came up as copycat, a cat, right? A cat, like a copycat. And it came, now it's either duplicating and copying something that was in another reading, right? So it could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus or Jupiter, or your partner, whatever they are. So that's why you can never really relate to one star sign when you're listening to channeled messages. But again, it was something to do with like duplicating and duplicating. And it was coming from a Cancerian reading, that things were being duplicated. It's like doppelganger, because they're the doppelganger. It's like, well, I've got a doppelganger. Okay, but so we're going to double gang up on someone else. It's a bit like a four, right? A doppelganger. Like, I'm going to okay, I don't know. I've got no idea. Someone's doppelganging up on someone, right? Don't gang up on people. You can't gang up on people, you know what I mean? I think someone's from north and someone's from up north. You're out up north. Someone's ganging up on someone. Someone's looking for a ganger. A ganger. A ganger. A gadanga. Oh, okay, I know actually. I know someone in my town, actually. Where were they from? Wasn't Australia. I'm trying to think. Her name was a gang. Something. I can't remember. Sorry. I just can't remember what her name was. Okay, so let's see. So Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Okay, because I don't know, because I do post these on my actual private Facebook page, and I think a lot of people that I actually know are actually starting to watch now, because I'm actually picking up a lot of their names. And because I'm actually getting quite a few more people watching it, it's like I'm picking up on like everybody, you know, if people watch, then I start to channel your life, so I start to channel your name. So again on this side, so your dark side reading, okay, we'll keep this card because you'll want that one. It's the Ten of Pentacles. It's the Ten of Pentacles. It's like Pentacle, I've got a spectacle. I'm inspecticating something about that we've got some money to give out. Oh, they're saying some money to pay out. We're looking for a payday, but we're looking for a payout. So that's what I said. Through those channeled messages, if they're really relating to like a paying out, this is a corporation of money. Okay, that has to release this money because it's all up above. It's like, well, everything is just out there, right? Well, money is out there because it's an energy, right? Money, what is it? It's a tree, right? It's the tree of life, family business. But again, it's the tree of life. It was actually cut down and they actually burn more paper than what they make. They make it, they burn it, they give it away. That's the economy, right? But they cut it down and they grow some seeds and they grow some more. Right, so there's plenty of money, but again, where's it coming from, right? So, I mean, we'll look into that. But again, it's like there's all this money above my head and it's there. So someone, please tell me that people are not into all of this, like, money, come to me, money, come to me, and I've been practicing this law of attraction and it's just going to come to me and it's going to come to me. Because I'm picking up like, come to me, money, come to me, money. But I don't know what country money, some kind of like country money is coming from the country. Like a country, someone's sending or getting money from a country and they're sending it across country. It's a bit like cross-country running. We're running from country to country and it's going from country to country. This is like a big corporation of like money being transacted across banks or something to do with like, because I can't get away from this money. It's just hanging above someone's head, you know. It's like it's all above. It's all above my head. Okay, someone's above their pay grade. Someone's got money on their mind, but they're above. Like they think that they're above everybody else because they have more money. I've got to say that. If you're struggling with a character of one-sided, I'm going to have to be. This is what I'm saying. Keep an open mind when it comes to me channeling messages, and because I'm not going to hold back anymore. I'm just going to literally just speak the truth. This person is also like living in, well, above their means, below their means and above their means. But what means most to them is money. And someone has more money than others, and they could be using that against them to say, well, I'm just going to use all of my money against you. This is a big ego card because it is money. It's money. And someone is so driven on money that whether they're going to give it out or not, I don't know, right? But again, it's like, what was I sort of like kicking on channeled wires? To do with like living above, like I'm above everybody else. This is what this energy is saying. Like I'm above everybody else. We have more money than everybody else. We're sitting pretty. I mean, if you own a business and that's your corporation, then you do. But it depends how you're using this money. The Ten of Pentacles is a great looking card, and it is great for somebody. But again, on the other hand, we don't know what's coming out here. Of what I'm now channeling is that someone likes to live above their means, meaning like we have more than anybody else. Now, if you're in a battle with someone else, it depends on what we're going to have here. So let's have a look. So let's have a look at the dark side. So if I didn't say, this is the dark side of the ego, one side, two-sided. I don't get involved. I do not argue, right? So it's not my life. It's literally a reading of whoever that, if you're in conflict, you are. If you're not, you're not. Okay, but you have to pick a side. Okay, but let's see. Show me this side. Show me this side for Libra for a dark side reading. Intense dark side reading for ego, please, for April 2020. Show me the other side. Show me the other side. It's like, see you on the other side. David Gray, see you on the other side. See you on the other side. See you on the dark side of the moon. You see, this person's left. This person is like, well, we don't know what to do then, because I'm out. This person's out. Okay, out. There's a... you see, this person is looking for this person that isn't. This is, you know, this way around is light, this is darkness. Okay, darkness. This person has a darkness around them, around children. It's a dark. It's okay. Okay. Right. There's something about. Please don't ever take offence to these, because I don't know what I can say on YouTube and things like that. There's someone that has like they come from one country and then they have like children or something from another country. Okay, that's what they're saying. Or they come from, because there's something about where do you come from, right? Of wondering about where do you come from, because it could be like an ex-marriage and an ex-partner is what I'm hearing. And it's something to do with like, well, I don't know if you're my child or... Because obviously like they're your child, but it feels like someone is like wondering if this is my child or not. So this can be like an ex-partner or something to do with that. Where it's like, I don't know if you're my child, because they keep saying I don't know if you're my child or not. Because this is a Knight of Wands and it's children, right? So this could be a person that you have children with, but it's kind of like, well, I've got all the money here. That's all I'm worried about, is like how much I've got. And it's like left this person out, ego-wise. It's like, well, I'm just leaving you out. It's, you know, I don't care how much money you've got and I don't care what you've got. You know, I've got all of this money and that's all I need, and I don't need you. And that's why I'm coming out with that message of why I don't really know why I'm relating. Because it's like a relation. It's like, well, I don't even know if you're my relation or not. I mean, this is like a cousin or something, right? Because it's like, I don't even know if you're my relation. Like, I don't know if you're my relative. Because it feels like an only child, right? I'm an only child and I don't even know if I have anybody. It's like, because all you're worried about is how much money you've got. And if you've got all this money and you're living in luxury and you have everything else, then where do I belong? Where do I fit in? Because this person feels like that they don't fit in. They don't into your life. So it's like, well, where's the time for me? You know, if this is your love life, it could be that you're so determined to make it here that you're actually forgetting your family here. Because this is a bit like a will. Okay, it's a bit like, thank you. They're saying that there could have been a will or some kind of like pot of money. And it's like, well, where is everything? And it's like, well, I've got everything here. It's like, well, where's my cut? Where's my part? And it's like, well, I don't know. And it's like, well, don't leave me out. It's like, where's my share? You know, because I'm picking up on like this share alike, right? And it's like, well, I don't know if I want to share it. It's like, I've got all of this and I really don't know if we want to share it with these people here. Because these people can be lower pay graded people, right? Trust me, everyone's on that one, right? But again, it can be like that, you know, these people here are lower graded than what we are because we've got everything. So do we pay these people out or do we not? You know, so what you're probably looking for from this energy that could be a boss is a payout, a pay grade or a pay rise or a pay something like a pay slip. They're also saying, oh, I need a pay slip. So some of you because it's Libra energy and it's relating to Justice Department, you might be looking for a pay slip and going over your pay slips to try and claim from like an insurance company or something, or if you're working for Libra, to see, well, I don't know if I'm going to get paid or not, or I don't know if I'm going to, you know, from the government, because you would be looking for pay slips, and I'm picking up on slipper, because I keep slip as well. We picked up on slipper, right? Cinderella, slipper. Like a you've been served kind of thing. Which was someone that worked in a till. Thank you. Through a Cancerian reading, I think, someone had their hand in the till. Because this person's got hand in something. Sorry, Libras. But through Cancerian reading, that was, oh, well, we could have a hand in the till. Right? Meaning, like, we've got more than we need. But we've got a hand in the till. Meaning that they're taking something. Or this person in their life, because we go into separate lives, right? Because obviously this is one life, this is another life. It's like one life for another life. It's like, well, what life is it? Because I have no life here without this energy here. Because it feels like the afterlife, or there is no life. It's like there's no life in it. No life in them. Somebody is like, it's to do with like an illness. An illness. Okay, I really hope that's not children and stuff, right? So please keep an open mind, because I have to channel, and I don't know. I don't. But again, this person is like leaving. It's like, well, I'll just leave then. If you're not going to give me what I want, and you're not going to give me what I need, and all you're worried about is money, if you're not going to be bothered about me, I'm leaving, you know. So really, when it comes down to an intense dark side reading, this person has a dark side because what they're looking for is the light side. The light side of this energy giving them something that this person's like, well, you know, where's mine? So this person here has more money to offer than what this does, this energy. Okay. Now, ego-wise, relationship, it's the same kind of instant. It's that someone feels left out. They do. They feel left out. That the business and the money and the family business takes priority over a relationship. So show me this side. Oh, I gotta get a better seating area, man. I really have. My room is so compromised because I've got like a huge desk this side. Okay, and I can't fit, like, I can't get cameras and stuff in that I'd like to, and I got microphones and stuff, like, and it just I've got a different camera, but I just can't seem to I can't. Let's see, show me this side, show me this side. Show me another card for this side, please, for Libra 2020 dark side reading. Show me the dark side of this side. Okay, so you see, again, this one is like, reach out and touch faith. I'm reaching out and touching with all this money. This person has got all the money. It's like, well, I've got all the money and I've got everything I need. All I've got is money, 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 and money. Okay, but then why on this side are people feeling left out? You know, because this side is winning. But again, if you're looking at dark side reading, that's the dark side of money means everything, right? But if that means the most, then why is this person on the other hand feeling left out? You know, they feel abandoned here. Children as well, sorry, they do feel like left out. But also they feel, because I keep picking up like abandonment, like I was abandoned, abandonment, a ban. But I'm also picking up like a van. I picked that up in another reading, like Van Helsing, but van. It came down to vanity. Vanity. It's like someone sees their money as vanity of something that will give them everything that they want. I mean, trust me, you're looking at a dark side reading. Bright side, everyone will say, yes, you're going to get paid, but we're looking at dark side reading, right? Because I'm picking up vanity, like like, well, I have everything that I want because I can afford to buy myself everything that I need. So again, if you've gone through a divorce and you've kicked this person out, this can be that you've kicked them out and there's been a divorce settlement, okay? And because you're now settled, this person is now unsettled and someone's given them the boot. This can be anybody, right? But that's what it feels like. That there's been a settlement in some way, and now I have everything. And here it feels like this person is kind of like, you're out. Okay. Let's see what's going on in this relationship. Please, dark side reading for this side. Dark side reading for this side. On the card, please, for this side. Can you look at the card for this side? Dark side. Thank you. The sun. So they're heading towards the sun. After all has been said and done. Oh, I can't remember that reading. I can't remember the song. Newton Faulkner, again, from Leo reading. And you were in this side, Libra. There's Libras everywhere, man. But again, heading towards the sun. Straight towards the sun. I don't know what we've been told, and so if you watch that Virgo reading, it should be in their show more section. I'll list it. Headed straight towards the sun, right? So this sun is headed towards the other family, or this person. They've gone back to their family. They've gone back to the start. Again, razor light. Back to the start. This person's gone back to the start. So again, you started off a new person. This is a new person here. You know, for a lot of you, that you're stuck. This is like, oh, I'm starting anew. I'm starting afresh. I got my money. I got my payout. It's cool. I'll kick this person out more than likely, and I've told them to go back to their family, and told them that you go back to your other family. You know. Because there is that energy of where someone felt like they've been abandoned out and kicked out, and it's like, well, I'm just going to have to go back to my other family. Now, if you're going through that with an ex-partner and there's children involved with that, that's obviously coming through, where there is like someone that goes back to like their dad or their mum or something, okay? But this person got kicked out here from this energy, as it seems, and they've gone back to a Leo here, okay? Because that's on the upright. That other, sorry, I've done another reading and I thought that was the sun, and it wasn't. That was actually judgment, I think. But again, that's the sun. So that's the sun. There's a sun here that's been going between another sun. It's like I'm a son of a preacher man. Let's see this side. One more card for the left side. The left side or the right side? Put me in a mix. What was that? David Bowie. Voodoo, you do voodoo. You do voodoo. What was that? The labyrinth, right? It was like a labyrinth. But again, you see, this person, you could have well told them to go there, because it's like, well, I've got all my money and now I've got the Six of Pentacles, so I've got what I want. I've got my family back. Some of you, it's kind of like, well, I've got my own back. It's like someone's got someone's backup. Put it this way. Like, you've got my backup, and I've got my backup of my money. I've got my insurance, I've got our claim, and we've got our backup. Okay? But, again, it's all to do with, like, the six, family. It's like, well, I've got my family, and I've got my money, and we've got everything. On this side, it's like, well, I've got my family, and I've got what I need. Whiny. I'm picking up whiny oriny. Tiny. Aren't tiny. Or tiny. Show me another card for this side. Oh, sugar. Sugar lips. Sugar like honey bun. I know that I love you. Right, so we're going to keep that one. So again, this came up for another reading. 8 of Wands in reverse. Here, Leo. Big Leo for you guys. This side doesn't know who to communicate with their family. The Sun doesn't know, again, who their family is. It's like I'm feeling I don't know who my family is. Honestly. this here feels abandoned from their family, right? Because they're looking at the sun for an answer, and this is in reverse of where you're not getting it. So it's like, well, I'm looking for answers that I'm not getting. It's like someone's digging for answers that are not there. It's like, well, I'm trying to look for answers. It's like, can't you give me an answer? And it's like, no. So why have you got the sun right in the middle? You see, this person's got also family right in the middle of this whole thing. And it's a family business. And it's like, we're going to have to lose people because someone's going back to their family to try and find out if they're their brother or sister or friend or whatever. And it's like, well, I'm going to have to go back to this person here, to the sun, to find out about all of this stuff. But it feels like that, well, I'm not going to tell you about it because there's no answer there. There's an answer that someone's looking for, trust me, but they're not giving it. So it's like, well, I'll give as good as I get. There is no answer. It's like, we can't give you an answer yet. So if you're looking for an answer on this side from here that has the money, they're not going to give you any. They won't. Well, at the minute, you know, we're only into like 6 cards. But again, what's happening there with ego is that someone has money and someone has more to offer through money than what this person has here. Because it's a bit like, well, we and I, there is no I in team, but there's definitely an A in whole, right? But there is no I in team, there's just I, me and I, Irene. But again, this is a single card, right? And so is 10, because that's 1. And it's like, well, there is no I in team. There's just I, me, here. So I'm just me. It's just, I'm just Kushti being me, and I'm all about money. I'm all about the money. We're all about the money. Something could be from Dudley, but we're all about the money. And it's like, well, what are you about? And it's like, well, I'm trying to find an answer about whether I belong here or not. And it's like, no, you don't belong here. You know? So, I can't really, I'm not going to take a side on who's got the most ego. I'm just here just to give you channeled messages, bruv. But again, this poor person here is trying to find answers that can't be told. You know? Because I'm picking up, well, we're rich, I'm rich, and you're poor. I'm rich, and you're poor. And I'm rich, and you're poor. And it's like, well, poor you, and it's like, well, poor you also. It's like, well, poor, you know, it is. Because it feels like crying me a river. And it's like, this person, man, I feel sorry for this person here. I do. You know, because they're trying to find an answer out from their family that could be here. It's like, well, I'm trying to find out what this, you know, what's most important. Is it money or is it me? You know, but I have always said, and I have to stick by what I said, that who's the most important person in your life? And it always has to be yourself in order to be stable, in order to hold everybody up. Okay? Because there's a stable here, like a horse stable or something as well. Like a stable. A stable. But it's like, you know, because people could have like horses and stuff, and they have like family, meaning like they've got a mum. Because I'm picking up like some people have like a stepmother or a stepfather, you know, and there's a family business, something around that. And it's like, I don't know, because I'm picking up like Mumford and Sons that I picked up through Leo energy, and I'm also picking up Stepford wives. Right, and I'm picking up stepson, step brother, step something, step, because this horse is taking steps. It's like 1 step at a time, 1 step beyond. But I'm trying to take 1 step beyond. But I don't know if you're my brother or if you're my sister or a mother or another brother. I'm not sure who's your mother. That's what it's saying. I don't know who's your mother. So someone feels pushed out and abandoned because someone won't accept them, because they might have a relationship with an ex-partner. This is really coming through, that they have a relationship with an ex-partner that they didn't get on with at all, and because they may have had a child with that ex-partner, if the child got affected by that, okay, then the child feels pushed out because someone probably blames the other partner because they have the children with it. Trust me, that happens. It does. You know, because I have like maybe a couple of children or whatever, but because I do, there's one child that feels pushed out by an energy now, which means that there can be a new relationship that you could be in here. And because of that, now there was an attachment to the mother. The mother or father now has more of an attachment to money or their stable relationship that they're now in. And this person now, which could be a child, feels unstable and not stable in this family unit of the son. And they don't feel stable enough, maybe around that, because they don't have all of your attention now. Because all of your attention is required through money, maybe, or the relationship now. And this child or this person or an ex now feels pushed out. Okay, so that's your reading so far. Again, another hour, man. That's 2 hours that took me to complete that Virgo reading. It looks like your one could take an hour. That's took up most of my day, and then editing. But we go over this one and this one, right? We're looking at this life, and that's how we dissect the subconscious memory. Then we look into how the other person is thinking about you and what's in their mind. It's no good me looking into what they're feeling, right? Feelings change momentarily. Trust me, your mind does as well. So we look into thoughts and feelings, but more about what's in their mind. The mind will affect the feelings, right? So we look into doing more cards, clarify them, and then look into what's in the mind of your partner, okay? And that should tell me more, okay? You can find the link to the Show More section. It's $5 to join for a whole month, and then you get to watch Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, your partner also, but you just get to watch whatever you like, really. It's $5. You can join. You can find it in the Show More section, as well as an email for a personal reading, which I do have time to now because we're in isolation, so I actually now have time. But if you want a personal reading, you can also reach out. You can find Lucid Dream Tarot Music. You can find Facebook, Instagram, everything, all from below. Thanks for giving me your time, Libra. I hope that you're all okay, and let's see what's going to happen on the other side. Thanks.